We've had a really good start to our unit on geography this term. We've had a close look at some special spaces that are significant or important for us. And we've had a look at some examples of environments that are a mix of natural and man-made. So this is Freycinet Lodge, quite sensitive, I think. Sort of blends in with the background quite nice, so that's a good mix. And this is just a walking track as well on the Three Capes walk. Again, it blends in quite nicely. And when we were talking about special places, you all shared some great ideas about places that were special to you. And there was one special place that came up quite a lot, and quite a few of you mentioned, and that was the mountain. It's a fairly similar vantage point to our first slide, actually. Could have been taken from the same spot that Glover did this painting. You can probably see it's changed quite a lot since then. So the mountain is a very special place for a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons. It's special to me because I look up at it every day from my house, and I can see what the weather is going to do from what it looks like. And it makes me feel calm just looking up at it. And even though it's all the way up there, it still feels connected to where I am now. It's special to some people because they go for walks up there and they feel connected to their natural environment. And a lot of you said it's special because you go up there to play when it snows in winter. And it's really special to the Palawa people of Tasmania. They were the first inhabitants of this area, and the name Kunanyi, the other name for Mount Wellington, is a Palawa word. It might not be special to you in the same way that it's special to the Palawa people. To them it has a real spiritual significance. But what I hope we're all starting to understand by now is that a place can be special to lots of different people for lots of different reasons. And that's at the core of geography, our connection to our places, to our special spaces. And once we start to understand that, we start to really understand geography. And you might have seen the mountain on the news recently. Here's some of the photos of that. Some people propose building a cable car going up to the top from the Cascade Brewery there, going up to the top of the mountain. And some people that you can see on the right there really don't want this cable car to go ahead. And what I want us to think about, and what we're going to focus on in the next couple of weeks, is how compatible is a cable car with our special place, the mountain? Will it ruin it, or will it make it even more special? This is just an impression of what it might look like. You can see it going up over the organ pipes there. It's about the size of a bus, I'm told. So we'll be having some discussions about it, and towards the end we will present our arguments to the class individually. Here's a couple more pictures. We will present our findings individually, say whether we're for it or against it. And we'll probably not all agree. The cable car is what we call a controversial issue, which means people might feel strongly about it, and not everyone will agree. We'll need to remember our rules in our class, that we are always respectful of other people's opinions, we don't talk over them, and we listen. And we'll take a class vote at the end to see how many of us support the proposal. So I've organised two guests to visit our class after our discussions. One is Adrian Bold. You might have seen this man in the newspaper or on the TV. He's the boss of the MWCC, which stands for Mount Wellington Cable Car. So he's agreed to come in and talk to our class. And together, again over the next couple of weeks, we're going to think of some questions that we'd like to ask Mr. Bold, and he will answer those questions for us. The week after Mr. Bold visits, there's going to be an Aboriginal representative coming in from the Tasmanian Aboriginal Centre, and I want us in groups to really think hard about what questions that we might like to ask her. They might be about the cable car, but they might be about the spiritual connections to the land that I mentioned before. You will all do really well in this task if I can see that you're thinking hard, you're discussing your views respectfully with your peers and listening to your peers as well. And in the end, we'll have another vote and we'll see if we all feel the same as we did before our discussions. So I'll leave it on this picture I quite like that shows that connection that we have here in Hobart to our mountain. There's the mountain looking down at that man, and sometimes I feel a bit like that man. All right, let's get started.